here we are. Supposed to stream yesterday. Clearly, that did not happen. I did play yesterday, as I'll quickly go over. But yeah, due to circumstances, the fact that this is a shared PS4, yeah, I wasn't able to stream. No big deal, obviously. The story has not progressed any further. We are exactly where I left off last stream. I have, however, as you can see, as I pan out, actually I haven't explored very much over there, but I have been exploring and knocking off a few sort of simple things before we get into the story proper. But we have come back and we are ready for the cutscene up here that will progress us further. And as you can see, in terms of level, I don't remember, was I level 21 when I stopped? I think I might be. I might have been. I can't remember though. I will be honest. Cutscene.
Our time amongst the living is but the wink of an eye.
Listen to this.
What's
oh shit! I thought he'd stopped. Rip. Yeah, in my titles, I should probably include where I am in the story. That would be smart.
You need not do this, child.
I know, but I won't.
I've forgotten how silent this was.
This madness. Such a young lass.
Erna should be the one going. They shared a bed longer.
Silence. It is her decision.
This is an ahistorical thing, if you're wondering. Specifically, the girl who's on board. There's some evidence that slaves were occasionally killed at occasions like that, although not specifically by pseudo-Vikings. But yeah, not wives or mistresses.
You look beautiful.
Thank you. Nice to see you again. The eulogy.
King Bran of Clan Twirsech has embarked on his final voyage. At its end, our glorious ancestors await him. Together they will hunt and raid. They will sit round the fire and praise the deeds of ages past. For now, he lives in our hearts. One day, we too shall stand at his side and face the sea together. That will be a good day.
You knew Bran?
Yes, he was well respected. Unlike his wife.
Skellige is its clans. In times of war,
Tradition holds the clans unite under the leadership of their king. We've bid Bran farewell. Time to pick his successor who will lead us against the Black Ones. The gates of Caer Troll stand open to all who hail Bran of Clan Twirsach dear. Mead and meat will be plentiful. During the wake, those who believe themselves worthy of the crown will step forth.
So just to go back, I understand this is not a history, so calling it a historical may seem odd. But this, like most traditional fantasy epics, is pseudo-medieval. Certainly in medieval times, that kind of stuff did not happen at all. But the historical tradition Sapkowski is borrowing from is sort of pop culture ideas of what Vikings did. It's a little bit like George R.R. Martin's very lazy prima nocta idea in Game of Thrones, which is pretty ridiculous. But it's a sort of a historical thing you see in popular films like Braveheart and stuff. So for people who either aren't interested or don't bother ever looking into history, you'll see things like that in popular media and think, oh, this was a thing. And of course it's not. For prima nocta, it's quite ridiculous. You're talking about a Christian society allowing for adultery. While of course adultery did happen, actually having it occur within a legal structure where the church has influence is just absurd. And then as for the burning of a loved one who is alive to go with the other to the dead, it's just quite silly. Why would you have an important part of your society die along with someone? It just doesn't make sense. Even killing slaves is quite expensive if you're thinking about the era, so it's quite rare. I think the historical... I'm trying to remember I think the only historical incident I can think of off the top of my head that's verified is related to Attila the Hun's death, but we are relying on my foggy memory. Certainly in the building of tombs, often it was said the slaves were also entombed up with them, but that's, I think, been fully debunked. So if you're looking for sacrifices, you want to go to Mesoamerica, where sacrifices, of course, are plentiful. And those would include war captives, as well as locals. But, of course, locals saw it as their religious duty anyway. Very different circumstances than this, of course. That was usually to consecrate temples, not to celebrate the passing or to mourn the passing of someone. But anyway, I digress. But those kinds of things I dislike seeing in fantasy because I think they demean our human ancestors, who are basically us with less knowledge, and perpetuate kind of stupid myths. So the reason they have this scene is to take a shot at Byrna's character right off the top. But yeah, I don't care for it. That's one of the few things that I'm not a big fan of within the video games. There's a few other things. The writing here is mostly excellent, but every once in a while. But no, I don't want to say that because I'm not interested in her. I'll go to the wake. I guess he would.
Come to the wake with me.
Gladly. Feasts in Skellige, so predictable. Slobbering drunks, brazen boasting, and the inevitable rows that result.
Yeah, nothing like the banquets mages attend. Remember the one on Thanedd?
You were there. How could I forget? I also remember excruciatingly well what happened after the banquet.
I think the double D at the end of the word, if it's Celtic, I think is supposed to be pronounced with a TH sound. I won't swear to that, but I think so. But I'm not going to blame voice actors for doing that, since most people won't know that.
Stop reading my mind.
Something to hide?
Don't like secrets?
No.
Certain parts of Skellige are sort of locked off until you've gone through the
Did you learn
cutscene
anything
here.
in
awful place. Somehow Ciri wound up at the castle of the local ruler, a baron, self-proclaimed. This was after she was injured.
Injured? Was it serious?
Don't think so. Must have recovered because this baron sent her on to Novigrad. Think she was looking for you at the time. These witches Ciri came across, she was lucky to escape them.
Witches?
Creatures more like. Can't say exactly what they are, but they're dangerous. Very. Also ran into an old friend of ours in Velen, Kira.
What on earth is Kira Metz doing in that wasteland?
Hiding from witch hunters. Listen, she told me an elven mage had been there looking for Ciri.
Good. You'll need to tell me more when we have some time.
Been to Novigrad. Ciri was there, looking for a way to lift some curse. She's not there anymore.
You're certain?
Heard it from Dandelion, with no embellishments.
Do you know any more about this curse?
Not much. Ciri ran into some trouble, never finished what she went there to do. I recovered a phylactery. She was looking for a way to enchant it.
I'll look at it later.
How about you? What have you learned?
Something strange happened on Ard Skellige a time ago. A disaster brought about by a burst of magic. Extraordinary, really. Natural anomaly. Never seen anything like it. My intuition tells me Ciri was its cause.
As much as I respect your intuition, Yen, we need something specific. Evidence.
I'd know for certain if I was able to inspect the disaster zone. Unfortunately, Ermion and his druids aren't letting anyone near.
Ermion's head of the Skellige Circle? Haven't seen him since...
Since Ciri was a little girl. I doubt he'll do you any favors, not even for old time's sake.
So why won't Ermion let you inspect the area of the anomaly?
Call it a difference of opinion. A large, loud difference. Look, it's Krach.
White Wolf.
Greetings, Krach.
I shall see you at the wake, and I'll not accept any excuses. I've an important matter to discuss with you.
I shall wear black and white for the feast. I count on you to don something complimentary. Something that doesn't reek of 1,000 hunts.
Just gonna be disappointed.
You know I can't stand new doublets. Just too tight till you break them in.
And just like Krach, I'll not accept any excuses. We're not here to enjoy ourselves. We've matters to resolve and should dress appropriately. I've rented a room at the inn. Took the liberty of laying out some clothes for you there. You ought to go. Choose something. In the meantime, I have something to attend to. We'll meet at the entrance to the feast hall.
Ah. These little planks make it too hard to climb. Oh, where? Not him. Bog.
There's truth to that ladder by the ice giant.
Oh, it's forward. Thought for sure they were up here. No. Oh.
Sorry to trouble you, but I really have no choice.
What is it?
Our ship was wrecked against a rocky shore dune in the last storm. I've lost everything.
How am I supposed to help?
I haven't even got the coin for the journey home, and with each day's delay I draw closer to bankruptcy.
Might have guessed you'd come around to coin. So, need a loan? Or is it just alms you're after?
I shall pay you back every last copper, I swear it. You need only call on me at my address in Novigrad.
Fine, I'll help you. I visit Novigrad often enough. Might stop by, see how business is going.
Thank you. You'll find me in the Port District. My name's Johan Bonner.
See you later then.
Will I remember to collect that? I don't know. A little bit of XP though, doesn't hurt. If you're wondering, in the off-screening time, did I die? No, I did not. I am hitting the point now where it's not that I can't die, but most fights are getting to be pretty academic. We'll still have some tough ones. On Deathmarch, no matter how powerful you get, there's still some tough interactions, but yeah. I was raffle stomping a lot of stuff. I already have that. I guess it doesn't weigh anything. Yeah, I'll take all that. What? Oh, right. I've been in here a few times. So the door I just opened, you cannot open until that cutscene. However, the bar, which is over there through that door, is accessible, and from it you can come in here. Now, I didn't examine anything in here. I just used the stash to drop some stuff off. But
scent of lilac and gooseberries, even with the lid on. Taste hasn't changed.
The unicorn.
The stuffed unicorn. She fixed it.
It's an awkward place to have sex, I gotta say. I wonder if it's essentially referencing the back of a car. That's the basic idea, maybe. I don't know.
No idea how she managed to bring so much clothing. Must have hired out a galleon. As usual, black and white.
Well, it's always gonna match. No, I do not want a broken rake, oddly enough. Yeah, as I mentioned, I think when I started the playthrough, eventually you do hit a point where there's just no need.
Tessia de Vries, the poison source, still turns to it for inspiration.
There's no need to pick up everything because your money is so good. Just doesn't really matter. I think I've read all this stuff. Yeah, I have. I don't know if I get XP for that.
Our megascope. Guess she never goes anywhere without it. As Philippa Eilhart said, megascopes and toothbrushes, deeply personal possessions.
Alright, I said I wasn't going to dress up, but in case there's XP involved, I can be convinced. Okay. And anything else? I think the rest has to stay on. Obviously, I'll need my equipment for the fights to come. But
Right.
yeah, there.
It's
Oh
not
wow, that's a
something
lot of
I'd ever
XP.
wear. But what don't we do for our... Who exactly is she to me?
Oi, mate!
Alright. Oh. It's a door to nowhere.
You're in for some trotters, eh?
Alright. The funny difference is, when you come in here before the cutscene, the only person in it is the innkeep. The entire place is empty. So it's in this weird state. There's a bunch of places like that. I shouldn't say a bunch. There's a few places like that on Skellige that are basically sort of waiting for you to progress the story forward. And that's not a bad thing. I'm not criticizing it. It's just something of note. Encumbrance is good. So there's quite a bit of story stuff coming up here. Should get me up a level if nothing else, I think. See if I can summon the elevator. I was not able to previously, but I might be able to here. Oh, I'm not on it! Oh, it was down. God damn it. I didn't even look. Fuck. So this wasn't here last time. I just assumed it was in the upright position. Oh, man. Wow. That's a fail.
You blundered about that before.
Come on. Come back down. Oh, I forgot I could just fast travel up to it. I can't even see if it's coming or not. Maybe from here? It's so hard to look up the way your camera's capped.
May your axe never crumble.
Come on, thing. It probably doesn't respond to the crank until it's all the way at the end of its voyage. Oh, it's so annoying. Alright. Let's travel it is. I so rarely use that damn thing, that's why I wanted to use it.
Hey. May your axe never crumble.
Frickin' hell. Where is it? It's a little more this way, right? Yep. Okay. Up we go. Good for you, bud. Sound advice?
Bran was a great ruler.
He needs a worthy successor.
You speak as though you have someone in mind.
Skellige's troubles very much derive from it not being a hereditary monarchy. Any upstart can be king and destroy his predecessor's legacy.
The King of the Isles is a more symbolic position.
That should change as well. A strong leader who wields true power. That is what the times require.
I'm Geralt, a Witcher.
Berna, Queen of Skellige. I'm glad we've met, but you must forgive me. Duty calls.
Such a funny mix of Celts and
Why
Vikings.
am I not surprised? Oh, Geralt. Geralt, what is that you're wearing?
Didn't want to detract from your beauty.
A man at a woman's side is an accessory. He should enhance her beauty.
So her clothes.
Thank you for the compliment.
Don't like funerals. Don't like feasts.
I know. You also dislike underdone meat and being teleported. But sometimes we must overcome our disgusts and prevail.
We should mingle before they all get.
It's probably an outfit that she likes, I just don't know what it is.
Good thinking. I don't know what Krach wants, but when we meet with him we should have clear minds.
I don't think it really matters XP-wise, though.
Why dull my senses when I'm in such pleasant company?
Do you plan to compliment me all evening?
I plan to tell you what I think.
Now, I don't like the fact that you sort of default flirt with her even if you've made a commitment to Triss. I do think that's a bit of a flaw in the writing. It's a small one. But maybe it's there to allow you the opportunity to screw up. I don't know. I do think the writers on the whole imagine you'll default to Yennefer because that's what Geralt does in the books.
Geralt, there's something I've been meaning to ask you. Your beard. Why did you decide to grow it out?
Don't really know.
Must say it suits you.
I was going to say, even though clearly they recognized Book Yennefer is not an easy person to like, and we know they understand that because they've changed her character and rounded off some of the edges. And yet they still think that that's the relationship people are going to lean towards. And you can see in the first two games where Yennefer is not present, they were hesitant about that. But went whole hog with it here. I still think, even though Yennefer gets a lot more content here, and I've said this before, that within the context of this game, if you're going to pick anybody, Triss is the better choice. Although Yennefer, the choice here isn't as terrible as Geralt's choice in the books, because I don't think very much of her. But obviously there are people who disagree, and that's fine.
Lady Yennefer.
God.
Sir,
Greetings, Arnvold. My companion is Geralt of Rivia.
I am honored.
This reminds me, the culture of Skellige reminds me a little bit of the Ironborn in George R. R. Martin. Not that he has the Celtic flavor to the Norse like this does, but how there's some exaggerations. I think Sapkowski does it better, though. I think the Ironborn and A Song of Ice and Fire are quite ridiculous, like too over the top. That's because I think George's understanding of history is a little limited.
Nice to meet you, too. Quite a few guests.
They come to bid their king farewell. They come to see the claimants to the crown.
We wanted to talk to Croc on Crate.
The Jarl will join us shortly. He's assigned you a place of honor at the table just beside his daughter Ceres. Follow me, please.
Now, very clearly the game prefers Ceres to her brother.
They've seated us here.
I asked them to. Wanted to meet the notorious Witcher Geralt.
We've met. Don't remember?
That was ages ago. Yalmer and I were children when you last visited Orda. But you should meet your feast mates. Allow me the dubious honor. That's Halbjorn, son of Holger Blackhand. Blue Boy Lucas, Madman Lucas's firstborn. And choking down a stockfish over there is Ottred on Hindar.
And that's not inherently wrong at all. I mean, Ceres is better written, and at least Hjalmar, he's not a bad person. He's just portrayed as temperamental and not as bright. I do think occasionally the writing in the game slips into some sort of very simple dynamics, though, and sometimes it's a little too. You tend to get repeats of the same sort of beats. So I just thought I'd point it out. I don't mind it, though. I certainly prefer Ceres.
Seems they set us with the sons of Jarls exclusively.
Ceres on Crate is the daughter of a Jarl, Geralt. Jarl's daughters are in no way inferior.
Like that. Geralt doesn't need to be told that.
Every last one of them dreams of being Brown's successor. Look at him. Likely lot.
Ceres is jealous, for the one among us who performs the greatest feat will be crowned king.
We all know the feats are a sideshow. Our fathers will choose who will wear the crown. What do you think they spoke to Crack about?
You talk like that because you're short of strength and skill. But remember when Hjalmar challenged us all to a race up the mount? You didn't stand with us then. As he buried his axe in that stump at the top to mark his victory, you were warming your chicken bones by the fire.
Had my reasons for not participating. But I would have won then, as I'd win now.
Now that you mention him, just noticed Hjalmar's not here.
My brother walks his own paths. But about the race, why don't we repeat it? I'm willing to challenge any of you, Witcher included. If I beat him to the top, venture to say that'd be a feat, eh? So you in?
If the Witcher's in.
Geralt?
Gladly. What are the rules?
Whoever pulls Hjalmar's axe from the stump at the top of the hill wins. Stray off the path and you lose.
And here I was, ready to puke from all the boredom. Let's go!
I wonder if it'll let me pause here. I was going to say, the comment about the Yennefer makes about Ceres and inheritance, things that Geralt would already know, reminded me a lot of the female captain in Novigrad. Oh, he's talking.
At the summit you'll see the stump of an oak. Hjalmar's axe buried in it. Whoever pulls the axe from the stump first, wins.
I'm ready.
You'll start when I sound the horn.
Can I pause? There we go. Where the captain's like, "Oh, you shocked? There's a woman." Like, it's dialogue that can't be aimed at Geralt. Geralt doesn't have a sexist ideology about how his world works. It's not in his character, so it's really the game trying to talk to the player. But what player in 2015, when this came out, would have been like, "Oh my God, a woman captaining a ship"? It's kind of silly. and it doesn't have the excuse that it's a historical piece where a woman captain would be unusual. So it just comes across as kind of preachy, and so I think it detracts. I was also going to say this thing here, to me, the race, seems kind of pointless for Ceres. It's extremely unlikely she would actually be able to beat all the Jarl's sons in a race. She should instead emphasize her intelligence, her ability to be a diplomat, etc., and not sort of play into this physicality game. What would be the point? But the game is really concerned that you as a player see her as competent. So because of that fear, they include her in this. And I think it's kind of pointless. You already have the anomaly of Ciri being enormously physically competent, and you have plenty of powerful women. So why does Ceres have to engage in the sideshow? It doesn't detract from how good the game is. It just seems kind of like it's not necessary. They're trying a little too hard for something that doesn't really require any effort. A little misdirected energy. Let's put it that way. Hi, goats. Come on, Geralt. It's a slow climb, brah. Geralt. Well, it's Boogie. It's a pretty long race, honestly. Nice.
I won, but only by a hair.
Faster than that.
No such thing. There's winning and there's losing.
That's honest.
And I lost.
It's a good response.
We best go back to the week.
Let's.
But stuff. Wanted the axe. Damn it. I don't know how to get back up there. I assume you can? But yeah, fortunately, the game is mostly devoid of that sort of thing.
See the wakes in full swing.
Same with Cyberpunk.
Who won?
I lost.
Lost to a Witcher, Sparrowhawk. It'll likely happen to any of us. Enough of the natter and let's drink.
Yeah, it's one of the joys of entertainment over the last 4 to 5 years is the unending pounding over your head of the culture war. And the less you see of that in a game, honestly, the better. You can make cultural points in a better way. Unfortunately, this game, like I said, there's not a lot of it.
Can't today, for good reason, believe me.
But if not today, then when?
You've been great company. Sadly, it's time we moved on.
Really?
Indeed. We must talk, but not here. You shall learn all beyond that door.
Fortunately, it's a trend in entertainment that'll go away. But I don't know how long that'll take. 5 years, 10 years. You know. I'm not sure, but yeah, it's
Seems he did not come to pray.
it's sort of too empty of a trying to think of the right way to frame it. It's too empty politically.
Why would I?
The Queen should join her king on his last journey. Tradition demands.
Yeah. I don't know if I can talk to her here or not. I can. Okay.
Geralt, this is Holger Blackhand, Berna, Rand's widow, and our hostess today. You've already met.
Widow? A widow's duty is to lie beside her husband.
A widow's duty is to care for the king's son.
Not by our customs, it ain't.
Your customs are barbarous.
Not our place to criticize, Yen. All peoples do things their own way.
We're talking about the self-immolation of women, not about decorating trees for Yule.
Harsh custom, but this is a harsh land. Tradition is Skellige's backbone.
People make laws, and people can change them.
I just said that to piss her off.
Heard a lot of good things about Bran.
I will miss him sorely. I was not his first wife, but I bore him his firstborn son, and saw him off on his final journey. We lived a great many years together.
Let's move on, Yen.
High time we did as well. Come, Svanriga.
Byrne is a scheming whore. Refuses to admit her reign's ended. Bran knew how to keep her in line. Let's drink to his memory.
Bran, a great king, a great man.
May our next king be his equal.
Geralt.
All right, let's go.
Normally I do drink here, but I decided not to
Faltered
this
in
time.
our faith in the gods.
And the lonely wolves.
Let Freya be your guide. You who grant his love, hatred, and strength.
What did you say in the beast's header?
The gods are not kind, Yara. Our isles are in for hard times.
What's that mean? The Isles are in for hard times. Speak clear.
The heart was deformed. An ill omen always.
An ill omen for me as well. Hear me. What'll become of me?
Fear not, Jarl. I'll not let you perish. I assure you. You need only follow my counsel.
I present to you Geralt of Rivia. Geralt, this is Udalric, Jarl of the Brockford clan, from Speakerog, and his advisor Hjort.
The White Wolf?
Greetings.
If you don't mind, Yen, I'd like to ask about us. What's the future hold in store?
The one you seek, you will find. And then she will die.
So I won't meet a tall, dark stranger? I shall have to content myself with you, Geralt.
Oh, that's a
I
fail.
sense the mockery in your voice, my lady. But may omens do not.
Gotta say, never really believed in omens and auguries.
One's belief, or lack thereof, makes no difference.
Tell him what awaits him. What you told me.
Your fates will intertwine. Yours and Udalric's. You will walk in darkness. Before you, fire and shadow.
It's good anticipation of that quest.
Geralt? Everything clear now?
Thanks for the prediction.
You do not believe now, but you will yet remember my words.
Nice to meet you both.
A toast. To honor King Bran's memory.
A worthy gesture, Udalric, but I need to keep my head clear today. Got an important conversation later.
I don't know if I suffer anything for not drinking. I'm just not sure.
Strange man.
I hear he's very sick, carrying himself unusually well tonight.
Alright.
Yes.
Oh, can't talk to you. I think the right side doesn't have anything interesting going on in it. It's my vague recollection, but I'll go find out. Oh, there'll be a conversation with Madman Lugos over there, so let's just quickly. Hello, chicken.
What, Nordling?
Oh, I can talk to her. Alright.
Got a minute? Sad when someone like Bran dies. Everyone says he was a good king.
It's not fitting to speak elsewise about the dead.
Mean you don't agree?
Bran spent his life at sea. And while he was away, old feuds flared, devouring the Isles from the inside. Folk grew furious, claiming there was no one to mediate, resolve quarrels. But then Bran would return with loot, for a feast, let the mead flow in rivers, and everyone loved him again.
Farewell.
Nope.
What? Across the wide somber sea.
Feast the Tertrode are legendary.
What?
Axe tossing.
Right,
Tail
you hear?
bears.
Young clock sellers stacked high with barrels of the
Alright. I think this is it.
Not exaggerating.
Allow me to introduce Geralt of Rivia, a witcher. Geralt, Jarl Donar and Hinder, and Jarl Madman Lugos.
Calling Lugos a madman's an insult to madmen. He's a common goat fucker.
Call me a goat fucker one more time, and I'll chop off your head, stick it on a pike, and piss down your neck hole.
Enough! Time to settle this. Here and now.
Oh, ha ha ha! Giving me a true fright right now. Shat my best trousers. Put that away before you cut yourself, you cunt.
I like Madman. Lugos.
Settle this outside.
Who the fuck are you to advise me, eh?
Someone with better manners. You insult Bran's memory and Krak's hospitality with this. The Emperor would be very pleased to hear you quarrel.
His Imperial Majesty is more than welcome to visit.
Let him sail over here. We ain't afraid of the black ones.
Raiding coastal villages is one thing. Total war with the Empire is another.
Awfully mouty, this one. Go stir your cauldron and pierce some boils, witch. Don't talk when you haven't got a fucking clue.
Calm down, Lugos.
No wench will teach me how to fight.
That was not my intention. Come, Geralt. I believe this discussion's run its course.
I think I can still talk to them. Yep.
Greetings, Geralt.
What's new on Hindersfjall?
New. Lofferton lies in ruins. The garden's been devastated. And now we must deal with an Ilfrdan. In short, everything's grand.
I've been there.
With Bran gone, by my count, that makes you the eldest of the Jarls.
Aye, it does. But I trust it'll not be for long.
Not like any of the others stand out, age you.
Nay, but I'll gladly pass the honour to the next in line. I've lived my fill, steeped my hand in the blood of foes, felt the warmth of the southern sun and the bite of the northern winds, the touch of women of the east and west. Now, I wish to die a death worthy of song.
Alright then.
Farewell.
Well, what is it?
His reaction's pretty funny.
Just out of curiosity, why do they call you Madman?
Yeah! That's one.
Two clans on one island. Tough to be neighbors so near each other.
A neighbour is one who lives nearby, not one who stole half your home. The Oncreed seized our lands.
In the days of Harold the Cripple. That was 3 centuries ago.
Doesn't change the fact they had no right. I'll rid Ard Skellige of Krak and his brood yet.
There we go.
Farewell, Lugos.
Across the wide somber sea.
What now?
Now we pay a visit to Ermien's laboratory.
Didn't know we'd been invited.
Because we've not been.
Take it Ermien won't be there.
That's right.
And what's the purpose of this visit?
We're looking for an object. The Mask of Erboros. We'll need it. Come, Geralt.
First.
Now you'll tell me why you need this mask.
Oh, I shall. In due course.
Take it you'll decide when.
Correct.
Yennefer. Although in terms of secrecy, that is pretty par for the course for all the sorceresses. Presumably the sorcerers too, but you don't really run into male magic users in this game. Although I believe they do still exist at this stage. No, you do actually. What am I talking about? I'm crazy. We saved some. Yeah. They're just not, they're not really important. All the key characters are women. Okay. I was going to say earlier, I figured it was probably, there was really almost no one left to do first-time playthroughs of this game, but it does still happen. I stumbled across one today, yesterday, something like that. I was like, geez. The fact that there are still people on the planet who haven't played is pretty crazy. I'm mostly interested in food stuff. Not that I'm likely to ever run out now, but it's the kind of thing that would be annoying to run out of, so. There we go. Look at all this shit. Alright. I don't think we get any good books here. Just stuff what we've seen before. Yeah, whatever.
Footsteps. Shh. Guards. Hide behind the tapestry.
Sparrows chip, while starlings chirp.
What do jackdaws do?
Jackdaws caw. Goldfinches warble, and cranes whoop, whereas peacocks screech. Hawks scream, larks trill, and doves, they coo. That's all of them.
What about nightingales?
All right, nightingales croon.
Alright then.
That was close.
Why Yennefer finds that arousing, I'm not sure. I'm not judging. I just, you know, I don't really know what you got out of that.
This'll be tough to open.
Surprises never end. See the ravens?
Nevermore.
Not to.
Ermian's spies. An indication that we're near his laboratory. They also sense a clear magic aura. Come. There's a ledge outside this window. We must pass along it.
I'm not entirely clear on what the difference between druids, wizards, sorceresses, etc., etc. I assume it's really just a descriptor for people doing essentially the same thing. If there is some sort of specific that's different, I can't recall it. Not saying that's bad, I just don't know if there's actually anything different about it.
Seen uglier sights in my life.
Geralt of Rivia, being romantic.
Nice view there. The lighthouse. Should actually save. I've gone for quite a while without it. I don't remember if there's anything out here to grab or not. I kind of think not. In terms of alchemy and whatnot, there's not a whole lot left for me to do these days. Like, in terms of what I can do. When I say not a whole lot, it's not that there aren't things to do, but in terms of things that actually help with my play style. You can see there's no bombs on the menu at all. Yes, it'd be nice to upgrade these things. Not the end of the world. Like, there's no rush. Deconcoctions, I pretty much never use them. So other than the collect them all, it's not particularly important. Yeah, it's not important. I wouldn't mind getting this, the graders, Not the reds, but the blue and the green. But other than that, yeah, I've largely done that. There is still plenty of better Witcher equipment for me to get, though, but I don't have the design specs for them.
Amazing how a hobby can render a man mysterious. Fascinating.
Especially a druid. Must be a real nature lover.
I was trying to examine it.
Had one at Kaer Morhen.
Please.
Looks alive.
Okay, so we've done the wolves, we've done the bears.
100 loose an arrow if you saw that in the woods.
Okay. They're fine. Fine. Anything left? Just the bowl, it looks like.
A basin of water.
For teleprojection, a reflection of Ermion appears on the surface. Supplicants speak to it.
Nice. Tempted to go get a coffee.
Are you alright?
Cut myself. The door's locked. The animals. They're alive. Yen, watch out. Monsters. I can feel them coming closer.
I don't know what happens if I die here. I don't know if it's on a timer or if I have to kill them. I don't do a lot of damage. I mean, they're not real, that's why I'm not using bombs or anything. I'm just flailing with my sword.
Smells of mushrooms.
How many of these things do I have to kill? All of them, I guess? One more. Down I go. Got high on shrooms.
What's happening?
You were hallucinating. You ran at Ermion's animals, sword flailing. I had to calm you.
Must have looked strange.
Your years of vigorous training at Kaer Morhen finally paid off. Bested nearly all the stuffed beasts in here.
Please.
I wonder if taking
We've passed the trial of taxidermy. The door stands open.
the anti-poison agent would have got me through that. I feel like that wouldn't have mattered, but... Didn't think there'd be anything to collect, but I was just curious.
I'll lock the entrance. We don't want to raise suspicions.
Oh, I picked up a broken rake. No. Why did I do that? There we go.
Druid's laboratory. We must search it thoroughly. The mask of herb.
Letter bearing Ermion's seal.
Didn't mean to cut her off there.
Warns them about you. That brazen manipulator.
Wondrous world of insectoids. Ritual plants. Ah, what do you know? Raymond Marlev. A biography enhanced.
Don't get the
Ermion
reference.
has real tobacco brought in. Skellige's tales about the wild hunt.
The islanders believe the wraiths sail on a longship built of the claws of dead men.
Sounds unfortunate.
Dwarven triple mead. Goes in for light reading, too. The Corpse of Novigrad by Sasha Hadi. Laboratory worthy of an imperial alchemist. A goat carved out of linden wood, signed to Uncle Ermion.
Little Ciri's handiwork. That's what she called him when he was her tutor.
Oh, it didn't do anything. No, no, okay. I guess I can't open it yet. I'll look at that stuff after I go down this aisle here.
Ermion's wand. He's one of the few druids to use
Oh,
one.
the jokes one could make with that line.
Pinecone. Didn't expect this. A large female.
What else? Oh, okay. I guess it's here. Oh, I wanted to look at the other stuff. Come on.
A sword and a stone. Thing's begging me to pull it out.
It's not in the stone, don't you see? It's held there by a vice.
It's funny.
Look at this. A detailed map of the Northern Kingdoms. Even shows spheres of influence over the ages.
I wish it did. It looks pretty modern. Just Redania and Nilfgaard.
Looks like Ermion places something in the statue's hand. What do you say we give it a pine cone? Nothing.
I think there's a third thing I'm supposed to pick up, but we'll try these two first.
A mug of meat. Statue or not, everybody needs a drink sometimes. Huh. Seems like it worked.
Yeah.
Ermion enjoys jests achieved at the expense of others. I have a sneaking suspicion the mask will be in here.
There we go. Yen was in a hurry there for a second. Oh, it's an elemental.
I found mask.
Elemental time.
This is it.
Oh, it is hot in here. Holy crap. I may pause for a second to sort that out.
We've got it. We must return to the feast quickly before...
Okay, before we smacky elemental, I'm going to fix my temperature situation and grab a drink, so I will just be, we'll call it 2 minutes. I'll be right back. Elemental fight coming up. There's currently a cat attempting to climb on me, just making this slightly more difficult than it would be otherwise. Let's get him sorted out here. If he would... Oh, he's all tied up in the wire, but I think I got it. There you go, buddy. Alright, have a seat.
It's a trap. We're imprisoned.
Just wonderful.
Now, having Yen here is super helpful. It's going to slow him down quite a bit. Look at all that damage. Because of my constant grenade upgradings, I now have a lot of these. 5-5. This will kill him. This is what I mean about how the combat has, not entirely, but become a lot easier. Because of the build I have.
Hear that?
Smelled it. Gas. Grate still closed. Gotta think of something quick.
Where's the exit? I don't actually remember. Oliver, would you please stop that? I remember, is it here? I don't remember where you escape.
The damn druid will poison us. This vapor's deadly. We've got but a few minutes.
Teleport us out of here.
Think of something. Quickly. First thing to come to your mind. Tight.
Gotta stay loyal. Kitty's still trying to climb on me. Hi, buddy. I've never landed here. I must have said the other previously. I don't remember landing in the feast. Maybe I did and I've forgotten.
Now heed my words. There is no greater act of valor than to fight a beast cursed by men and gods. No greater deed than that done to serve the goddess.
Words of uncommon beauty. We thank you. We will take them to heart. But now, let's begin. We have seen Bran off to the Beyond, and must now choose his successor. A king must be wise. A king must command respect. A king must have bollocks. We've no lack of men like that. Let those who feel worthy of the throne of Skellige step forth.
I'm not sure why the pan down is so low there.
My son could not be here this day. Behold his axe. Behold his will.
I assume Ceres is last. Yeah.
May the best man or woman win. What's got into her?
She's your daughter, is she not?
Now I know why she said she'll sail to speak her of. Ah, children. The older they grow, the more trouble they are. Come with me. All the more essential we talk now.
Off to chat.
How was it, Geralt, when Ciri was nearing womanhood?
I remember well her nan, her mother, what they were like. They say the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Ciri was impossible to control. No telling her what to do. Had to have things her own way almost always. Why do you ask?
No specific reason. She and Ceres, they're of a similar age. But we'll speak of my children later. First, let's speak of yours. Yennefer claims Ciri's in trouble, and you seek her.
That's right.
If you require aid, gold, ships, anything, merely say the word. I'll give you all I can. And I know the lass lives. I'm sure of it. When the blood of Rhiannon's daughters is shed, the sea grows white with fury. I'd mark such a storm.
Magic anomaly on Ard Skellige somehow related to Ciri, or so Yennefer believes.
It's my strong suspicion, but I can only know for certain by examining the site.
I saw the twisted forms. Right unnatural. The druids were barely able to contain it. Explain to me, Yennefer, how Ciri might have caused this great catastrophe.
I'm intent on learning that very thing, which I will do as soon as Ermion stops hindering my investigation.
Don't concern yourself with him. Druids have little trust for mages. But Ermion's heart is in the right place. Am I right to assume he does not know you seek Ciri?
It's of no concern to him.
As I thought. At any rate, Ard Skellige's my isle. With my permission to investigate as you see fit.
I'm wondering if I should talk to Ermion.
Leave that to me. Go. Seek and find your Cirilla. If any ill befell her here, on Ard Skellige on my watch, I'd never forgive myself.
Thank you.
No need. I swore an oath once. I aim to keep it. Unfold! Tell the druid I must speak to him. At the usual spot. I've one more matter to broach. My children. You remember Hjalmar? Well, he swore an oath to kill the giant of Undvik. Set off and has yet to return. Whereas Ceres announced that she's to set off on an adventure of her own. Got it in her head that Udalric is not mad, but cursed.
Can't help wondering. Got no plans to vie for the crown yourself? Think a good number of the Jarls would support you.
A good number? Those opposed would be fierce, rabid. Madman Lugas would sooner see an Nilfgaardian on the throne. Besides, a man should know when to step aside. Hand the tiller to the youth among us.
Take it Ceres wants to lift the curse.
There's no curse to speak of. Ceres has decided she must match Hjalmar and sort out a deed worthy of a queen.
Think she might need my help? You did plan to ask me for it. Why?
The thing is, I don't trust Udalric further than I can spit. Ceres won't listen to me, or her brother. Yet confronted by a professional who will explain why she's mistaken, she just might come to her senses. So yes, I ask that you explain things to her. And bring her back.
Giants. They've been extinct for ages. Anyone actually seen the one on Undvik?
Aye. Dozens of refugees have. The giant drove everyone off the isle. I've welcomed what remains of Clan Tordalachir and Ard Skellige.
I heard a rumor that an unnatural frost gripped Undvik before the giant appeared.
It's true. At any rate, Hjalmar decided to kill the giant and give the isle back to its people. A deed worthy of a king, he believes. My son gathered a hearty crew at the new port. They were to sail to Undvik, then travel on foot to Uska, the village. But that many lads should have killed the giant long ago. Thus, I thought to ask you.
You should start at the new port. Ask around. Hjalmar might have told someone there his plans.
Well, of course I will.
If either Hjalmar or Ceres need help, I'll help them.
I thank you.
Now that we're done thanking one another, let's get to work. We must determine if Ciri is still on Skellige. I'll change into travel attire and find you. Head south. The anomaly we should investigate destroyed a stretch of forest along the shore of the bay. A successful feast on all counts, Krog. I will see you later.
Kitty. Meow. Did that open up any slots? Oh my lord, it finally did. How about that? Alright, so we maxed that out. And we need to do at least 3 on something else. That's tempting. Yeah, that could be handy. Now, in terms of what I want to activate, that's all done. Protection or poison? I think that might actually be better. So I'm going to put it there. And then that there. Oh shit. There we go. Did that help fetch? I don't know. I definitely want to save too. Alright.
That caught a turn.
Pog. What if the Smith has appeared? Yes. He's not here until after you've done the feast. Got a couple things to get rid of. Oh yeah, we need to get dressed appropriately. I'd completely forgotten about that. And can I craft? I think I'm still short on the necessary things to craft better shit. So, and by better shit, I mean like Witcher sets. So what do we have here? So what am I missing? Oh, the Griffin, that's right. Okay, so to get that, I actually have that in my stash. So I could do that. That's like a level, that's quite a bit lower level-wise. But I could do that. Ooh, I could do the Ursine. Okay. You know, that's also lower level. What does it do? Big XP bonus. I don't have the level 1. That's so funny. Oh, they all have the same XP bonus. Okay. So I probably should get this. Get myself set up in the Ursine stuff. Just to level up, because I'm in lower level crap. Whether this guy can do that for me or not, I don't know, but we'll find out. I think this guy gives me a quest too.
Greetings, White Wolf. I suspected you'd come by. Bah, I was sure of it.
Oh yeah?
The best stocked armory in all Skellige is right here at Caer Trolde Castle. Everyone knows it.
I'll gladly see for myself.
Take your time. Give them all a careful look.
What do you think? Who'll be the next king of the Isles?
Hjalmar, clear as day. Lad's brave and generous. And from Croc's own line. No better claimant.
Okay.
Wouldn't
First of all, sell stuff we don't need. Like our fancy outfit. Oh, this guy's loaded. Fantastic. Get rid of all this shit. I need to get rid of a lot of the rune stones too. I have way too many. Hang on to that, I suppose. Yeah, nothing else. Okay. Stones. All right. Any 2s have to go. It's a 3. It's a stun though. I don't like those. Attack power. Stagger. That's a 5. Like it. 2. It's a 5. It's a 5. 2. Yes, kitty, you're whiny. It's a 2. Look how much money you get back for selling. It's crazy. I can probably get rid of the 3s as well, but we're trying to get rid of the shitty ones first. Mr. Kitty is being very annoying. He doesn't think so, though. Hey, bud? Okay. So we got rid of a good chunk of those. Let's do some crafting here. No, 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 you don't need to jump on me. As fun as that would be for you. Oh, do I not have the Ursine, Ooh, I thought I had all the shit for that. I don't see it though. I can make the blades, not that this guy can do it, but I apparently. Huh. Interesting. Let me just check my quest then.
So long.
There's the Griffin School. The bear. I see. I still have more to go. This quest is bugged, by the way. I don't think I'll ever be able to finish it. Not that it matters too much. So until I get to Kaer Morhen, I can't do any more Wolf School stuff. And you do have to do the first part to do anything else. Thoughts and Velen. I wonder if I'd just be best off to try to finish this off. As the kitty is driving me bananas.
Nothing quite like a witcher.
And where is... Oh, he's headbutting my headset. Heck. So let's just take a look here. I should do story stuff for you guys instead of fuddling about for equipment. So Unvik is 17. Okay. So we'll do Ceres first. It's a neat little quest. And off stream I'll do the equipment stuff. Because a lot of these story quests I'm well over level 4, so I don't have to worry about them too much. Where is she? Oh, that way. There we go. I could have swore that guy had a quest for me, but it might be a guard on the bridge. Hey, bud. What are we so excited for? He might just be hungry. He has food, but he likes me to sort of point at it for him. God knows why. He's an old cat, that's probably why. Alright, let me just save. There we go. So I think I will try to get this quest, Undvik, and Echoes of the Past done. I think I'll try to do those 3 on stream.
Welcome to the home of Jarl Udalrek of the Honourable Clan Brockford.
Greetings. Wanted to see the Jarl.
Enter.
Jarl's still speaking to his seer, but they should finish soon.
One thing. Watch where you step.
How come?
Jarl's not too fond of light. Makes it easy to trip.
And supper knives are just a while on.
Y'all must have dreamt another vision.
We'll be done in a moment.
And then a giant sea snake swam up and bit my arm off. The gods have spoken. A sacrifice is needed.
To my mind, it's about you defeating a snake, Jarl.
No. They demand a sacrifice. I'm sure of it. It's time.
We must wait for a clearer sign. At least till your next dreaming.
I don't need no more signs.
Looking for Ceres. Heard she stayed here.
Craig's daughter. Aye, she was here.
Where is she now?
What?
Ceres. Where's Ceres?
Dunno. Enough of the questions.
I say something wrong?
You must forgive the Jarl. Hasn't been feeling well of late.
Is he sick? He didn't seem quite right during Croc's feast, but...
Forgive me. I must go to him.
Where's Ceres? I've got to find her.
I don't know. Ask around.
Great.
Remember when that storm caught us in Alt Bay? Aye, like it were yesterday. Off-gun fell overboard and near...
Nope, won't let me. Okay. Just checking.
Saved it, because the gods directed him. He said that voice come on.
Friend of y'all's, savior of common folk.
Trying to get around you guys.
Must be that famous witch. These continental dandies come a strutting, then we gotta drag their corpses.
That's great incidental dialogue. Let's go about serious.
As strong as he looks.
Yeah?
What brings you to me?
Wouldn't mind a look at your wares.
It's actually not really what I was doing, but I was spamming for people to talk to about Ceres. Alright, so... Got a 5. I don't really like attack power, but burning I do like. You can have that. Oh, that's another 5. Very nice. It's a 5. Okay. 10. I don't think there's anything else here to... That's Yrden. That's so funny. I don't really use Ard much except to blow down doors, so it's funny to see it there. Alright, nothing I really want else from him.
Farewell.
Stuck in his forge. Alright, who do I talk to here? Not you.
Greetings, white hair.
Nope.
I could have married a continental dropped in for a visit.
There we go.
It's an honor to host on Craig's daughter.
She come for a reason? Or just to visit?
I don't know. Must have a matter to tend to.
Mean you didn't ask her?
I'm not one to pull folk by their tongue. If they don't want to talk, they should.
Aye, York, you're useless.
Nice.
Greetings.
Ha! Nary a soul for months. Then one day guests from afar start dropping like rain in springtime. You weary traveller? Hungry?
Looking for Ceres, Jarl on Craig's daughter.
Ah, you found her. Or near to. Lass was just here.
Know where she might have gone?
Took an interest in our Jarl. Asked about his childhood. So I told her to see Big Thora and Eirik.
Who are Bergthora and Eirik?
Years ago, Eirik was close with the old Jarl. Was the Jarl that helped him win Big Thora's hand. They lived toward the east end of the village.
Take care.
Bless you. And my blessings to Ceres when you see her.
This person too?
Sorry to interrupt.
You need something? Come, let's have a pint of that shot.
Thanks, but I'm short on time. Looking for a girl named Ceres.
Crach an Crate's daughter. She was here, but I've not seen her away.
Take care.
Didn't really need that conversation, but I mean, the thing was right there, so oh, there's another one up here too.
Greetings. I'm looking for someone.
Lucky chap you are then. Truth be told, I'm taken, but village is brimming with lovely girls.
Did you say lovely girls? Where? Maybe one would be willing to show me around the island.
Well, there's Vea, lovely one, Cooper's daughter. Though, nah, she's got teeth like fishhooks. Now Deborah, there's a fine lass, teeth bang on straight. Though there is a growth under her right eye. Maya's got a right dreamy face, if not for that bit of bone rot on her right foot. Ah, nuts. Now I give it a think, well, none of these lasses are really appealing.
I'm looking for Ceres.
The skinny thing. Lovely doe eyes, true, and she's from an honourable house. But the lass is gaunt as a sapling.
I don't know where she is, and her father...
Ugh, tell Crach to calm down. No Skellige lass can perish in her own isles. All right, she was here a few hours. Went to find me man Iric. Needed to talk, she said. They should be on the beach, t'other side of the aisle.
Thanks. Take care.
Good luck searching.
Still being... well, you can probably hear him stamped on quite enthusiastically by a cat. Let's save our progress here. I wonder if I should take Roach. She's not that far away. Yeah, especially if I go the direct route. I don't know what you're doing, buddy. It is a hilly place. Skellige. Ugh. Oh. Alright. Little off where I needed to be there. Oh, there's a bunch of drowners there. I was here earlier and there was nothing. That's what I mean about, like, certain things have to be sort of queued in. Oh, let's get our sword gooped. Oh, I never... oh my god. I never meditated to get my bombs back. That's silly. Plum forgot all that. I mean, it shouldn't matter, but it's just kind of funny. God damn it, Geralt. He just doesn't want to throw the goddamn bombs. The Yrden is supposed to hold these morons back. This frickin' casting time is what makes it so annoying.
Like gulls around the waist heap. I be sure we showed them.
We seem to remember you sitting on that rock crying for help.
But if not for me warning, you'd be herring bait about now.
And if not for me, you'd have sat on that rock till you died and rotted.
For the love of Freya, all right. Have it your way. You saved me, now what? What, need I march around the country singing in your praises?
No, just tell me where to find Ceres.
Must be daft. You helped me with the sea devils, but that don't mean I'm willing to gossip about Uncrate's daughter.
Where's Ceres? Tell
me. She asked about our Jarl and his family. Went to Odeldrick's old family home. Yonder on the hill.
Thanks. Farewell.
Okay. Once we heal up, I'm going to meditate so we don't have that issue again. Where are these Nimnards? There we go. Alright. Health is back. Let's actually get it to daytime. Okay. So, where are we headed here? Ah, okay. There's a couple of routes to get to this place. We're gonna go the awkward one that they want us to do. Oops. No. Is that right? Yeah, rounding that up. Okay. Might be able to take a shortcut. Yeah, I can. There we go. So the main threat here is accidentally falling. Like in so many games. But I think we'll be alright. Yeah, we're fine. I believe she's on the outside of this thing. Well, I have to go in, I think, before she appears. That's right. Okay. I did not go inside this place previously, although you can.
Damn. Something seriously wrong here. Fresh footprints. Could be.
I think there's a bunch of drowners here, I think. Something, I thought, for sure. Ooh. Okay. Sure.
Saris.
Oh.
Passed out. Gotta get her out of here.
I guess there aren't drowners in here.
What happened? Where am I? Oh, my head. Pain's just awful.
Got hit with something heavy.
Geralt? Why are you here?
Came to look for you. Croc's worried. Taking you home.
I won't go until I help Ulrich. The sword! Where's the sword? I've got to go back!
You're not going anywhere. I carried you out of there a moment ago half dead.
I have to!
You have to tell me what's going on. Why'd you go in there?
I wanted to help Udalric.
Sure, he was acting strangely, but I don't see how your stroll through a haunted house will help him.
It would have, if I'd only found the sword.
So what's this sword all about?
It's Brokvar, the ancestral sword of Udalric's clan. I needed to lift the curse that holds Udalric.
A curse?
Long story. Years ago, Udalric and his little brother butted heads over the sword. As custom has it, the clan's sword should go to the firstborn son, Udalric. But his father gave Brokvar to his little brother, Aki.
Serious insult in these lands.
Serious enough for Udalric to break a sacred law here in Skellige. He openly questioned his father's decision.
Guessing the old Jarl couldn't let it pass.
They chained Udalric to a pile, up to his waist in the sea. Spent 3 days like that. When his punishment ended, he and Aki sailed out to fish.
Got a feeling this trip didn't end happily.
Your feeling's right. There was an accident. A storm broke out and Aki fell overboard. Udalric had his hands full with the sails. Didn't hear his brother until it was too late.
Didn't hear? Or didn't want to hear?
Some folk on the Isle had the same doubt, but none would mention it aloud.
What did you plan to do with the sword?
I meant to ask the other question.
Folks would want it back.
The brother's ghost?
Long as I remember, folk have said Udalric's the chosen one. The one the gods speak to. I believed it once. But now, considering certain things, I think he's just haunted.
and it's his dead brother that's haunting him.
Daring theory. Not breaking any of your laws just by thinking it.
Don't care. I don't believe it's the gods talking. Have you seen him? He's covered in scars.
Thought he earned those in battle.
If you call the strife in his heart and head a battle, I've asked him about it. He said their voices command him to hurt himself for the glory of the gods. I think not. It's not the gods, it's Aki.
So you believe Aki's getting his revenge, because Udalric let him die?
I've talked to Yort. He swears Udalric didn't start hearing voices till after Aki's death. And I don't think Yort's mistaken. He knew both those boys from the cradle. I think we've to give Brokvar to Aki, and he'll leave Udalric alone.
Not a bad idea, on condition it's a ghost we're dealing with. But something doesn't add up.
What's that?
Aki drowned at sea, said so yourself. But the ghost haunts this house.
Aki and Udalric both lived here. Maybe that's why. Thanks for your help, Geralt. But I've got to get the sword.
Out of the question. I'll get it.
Really? Thanks. So I can go see Udalric?
No chance. You're weak. Might pass out again along the way. Wait here, we'll go together.
Sensible. Alright. Continue my investigation. I was over here before I was rudely interrupted. I don't need a platter. Oh, I wasn't here already. Alright. So, where is the cellar access? Ah, there it is. Let's see what we got in here. Well, that's it apparently.
What is this about?
No, what am I? Okay. Can't remember if you have to fight it down here initially or not. Apparently not.
So, did you find the sword?
I found it. Let's go.
After you, then.
Did I not? Did I miss something there? No, it doesn't look like it. Nothing's marked as failed.
You and my dad, you were mates once, right?
Hope we still are.
But, well, I heard you fell out over something, or someone.
Talking about that story with Yennefer? Long time ago, that. In fact, that was before Croc met the woman who'd be your mother.
But you and Yennefer had already met?
Things were never cut and dried with Yen.
What is it about her? What is it that draws you?
God only knows.
Maybe, it's because I've never chosen comfort and ease, the calm and the quiet.
Was that the end of her dialogue? Okay. Even the writers have no idea why the hell he likes her.
Who's this?
The full compliment? Yeah, I do. I can probably go faster. But we're almost there. Unless you're over there. Oh, I went in the wrong damn building. Oops. Hey, buddy, you just opened the door on me. You love doing that, don't you?
Where's Yennefer?
Don't know. Why do you ask?
I just wonder why she let you come here alone.
What do you mean? Let me?
Not a thing. Just got the impression she doesn't like to.
Hello, buddy. Oh, who's a friend?
Look, there they are.
Horridly bright out
I have a
here.
little doggy buddy right now.
The fresh air will do you good.
The gods won't be pleased.
Jarl, our guests, remember.
What happened to your hand?
I sacrificed it to the gods.
Forgive him, Jarl. Geralt's got more to learn about our customs. We're close to the gods in Skellige, and the chummier you are, the greater the offering you
There
make.
goes the door again.
It's our belief that the greatest thing a man can offer is his pain, his suffering, the pure sacrifice.
To hear the gods is a gift, not a sacrifice.
These voices you hear.
The gods, their voices.
More likely this is somehow related to your dead brother.
I told Geralt of Aki. We concluded that...
That the gods are angry at you, yet he's the reason. That's why you have to apologize to Aki himself.
I didn't want to. Aki fell in the water. The gods will be angry.
Let me help you, and I promise to do everything I can to keep from angering the gods.
Heed the Witcher Jarl. Make amends to Aki and you'll surely please the gods.
What would you have me do?
Remember where Aki fell in the water?
Near the Isle's eastern end, by the mouth of the bay. Current had swept us towards Ullula's Needle.
It's a dangerous spot. Treacherous eddies swallow a handful of sailors each year.
We need to sail there. Aki's ghost won't rest until Brokvar's returned to his remains.
No. No, no, no. The gods, they'll be angry. I feel it.
Fear not, Jarl. The gods love you, and they loved Aki. Surely they want this.
Well, maybe I can sail there. The sword should be returned. That's what matters. Makes no difference by whose hand. What do I look for? Did Aki have anything that'll help me recognize him? Something he was wearing that could survive all this time underwater?
Aye. Our clan ring.
That ought to be enough. I'm off.
Alright. So, I'm gonna have to stop there. We will pick up on this as soon as I can get back to it. So thank you for watching, and we will see you soon.